Hi, this is Mamta. So I have a question in front of me, which we would be solving. So before I get into the working part of this question, the first and foremost thing that I would like to say is reading a question properly and simultaneously marking the important keys in the question that we would be using to solve this problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this question. Find the equation of the line that passes through the point -1, 3, and it is parallel to y equals to 2x plus 2. So quickly, let's go ahead and write down the given information to us. The first information is we have a point that lies on this line. That is -1, 3. Second information given to us is the required line is parallel to y is equals to 2x plus 2. Okay, so now we know which information we have, and now we'll try to find the equation of line. So before we get into that, we'll need to decide which form of equation of line we would be using. So I'm going to use the very easiest form of equation of line, that is slope-intercept form. So let me go ahead and write that down. Okay, so what is slope-intercept form of line? It is given as y is equals to mx plus c. Okay. Now we have ourselves a bunch of variables and constants. All right. So let's try to understand what they represent. The first one is our variables x and y. Okay. And that we have been seeing since our childhood, x and y. It is basically a point that satisfies the line. Or we can say that it's a point that lies on the line. Now let's move on to the next information, constants, m and c. M over here represents the slope of a line. What is the meaning of slope of a line? It is basically steepness of a line, how steep a line is. Next is C. What does C represent over here? It is called Y-intercept. Y-intercept, it is the value of y where x is 0. Okay, so when we substitute x as 0 in this equation, we get y as c. So we have familiarized ourselves with the variables and constant in this equation. Now let's go ahead and try to solve it. Okay, so we need to figure out m and c. M is representing the slope of a line. We would be using this information that is given to us. Required line is parallel to y equal to 2x plus 2. That's our first keyword, parallel. Okay, so we should know what is the relation of slopes of parallel lines. Okay, that's our fourth key takeaway, that slopes of parallel lines are equal if the slope of one of the line is m1 and slope of another line is m2. m1 will be equal to m2. So from there, we can say that for the required line, m is equals to 2, because in the given line, the value of m is 2. Now, let's substitute the value and frame the line one more time. Now we only have one unknown, that is C. And we need to utilize the first information that was given to us as well, point. Okay. And what information we wrote regarding a point? That x comma y is a point that satisfies the line or lies on the line. So we have the value of x as -1 and the value of y as 3. Let's go ahead and substitute it. Y is 3, x is -1 plus c. Let's calculate the value of c. We'll take 2 on the left hand side and we can write it as 3 plus 2 is equals to c, which gives us the value of c as 5. So we have figured out both the values. We know m is 2 and we know c is 5. Let's substitute the value back in the slope-intercept form and we would have ourselves the final answer. Y is equals to 2x plus 5. So what are the key takeaways in this problem? Slope-intercept form of equation of line is y equals to mx plus c, where x and y is a point that lies on the line. M represents slope of a line. C is the y-intercept. What is y-intercept? Value of y when x is 0. Then the very important information is the last one, that the slope of parallel lines are equal. So I hope you enjoyed the working of this problem. Thank you.